Hey, how's it going? And today we're just taking a quick look at a override with Perlin Noise, and this is based out of the using a sequencer. So to do this, I'm in the third person template, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go into a new level, basic level right there. And we're just going to come down here, and to do this we can just go with existing assets that are in the place actors. So one could be a point light, and one thing to know about this is that this is not available with every asset. Not every actor has this option on it, but the cube and a point light do have this in there. So we'll show you just here. So I'm getting just a cube and a point light, and I'm dragging this onto the scene. And this might be helpful like if you were making a building and you wanted to have either maybe add some kind of subtle shake or movement to the scene, or you wanted to add some fluctuation to a light in like an alleyway or a corridor, just to create a sense of uneasiness or inconsistent power or something like that. So anyway, we've got the point light in the scene and this cube. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Control L and then just darken this scene up a little bit so we can see the light a little bit better. Okay, and then on the content level, I'm just going to right click and go cinematics level sequencer. I'm going to go ahead and drag it into the scene, and then I'm going to make sure autoplay is on and that it loops indefinitely. And then I'm going to go ahead and double click into it, and I'll go ahead and select the point light. And with the point light selected, we'll go track sequencer, add point light, and it comes on here. Now, one thing to note about this is that this only doesn't work, like I said, doesn't work on every track. But if you right click here, like on this light component intensity, you'll see that we have this override float with Perlin Noise. And then what it does is it comes in and it adds this random kind of variability. So I'm just going to hit Control and just kind of pull this out a little bit longer here. And what we'll do is all I have to do is hit play and go into the scene, and you'll see the light. See how it's randomly fluctuating now? So that could also be good as an effect for like if you had a fire burning and you wanted to cast more kind of random shadows and things like that. So that's a real kind of cool effect that you could add with the sequencer. And now let's take a look at this cube. So I'm going to select the cube, and then I'll come to the track sequencer, add the cube. And the Perlin Noise is not on every channel, but if we come onto the transform and we go to location, you'll see we have the X, the Y, and the Z. And what I'm going to do is, if you drill down to the individual channels, you should have access to the Perlin Noise. So if you right click, you'll see override with double Perlin Noise. And now if I can just go ahead and save this, and I'll hit play. And this is a much more subtle effect, but if we take a look at this box, it's kind of hard to get up on it. It's really hard to see, but it's actually moving up and down, and it's very subtle. Now let's go ahead and just add it on another track and see if it's even more noticeable. So we'll just right click here. Now X will send it back and forth. So let's see what this does. So we'll right click, override with Perlin Noise. Well, let's just do all of them. Do the Y and the X. Click on this, override with double Perlin Noise, save. Not the whole thing, I'll just go save all. Well, what the heck, save. Okay, and then I'll just go play. And let's see what it's doing. See how the box is moving? Just kind of it almost looks like what you might see with a like camera shake or something. As a matter of fact, I think that's exactly what you could use it for, is just parent camera to that, and then you would actually get really nice camera shake. So that's something to consider. Anyway, that's all I had for today. I just thought this was kind of interesting and kind of potentially cool. I'll talk to you next time.